Abhimanyu, then this is Manjusha, Deepak, and Piyush. Good evening. Taking my MC presentation extremely seriously, I asked my group members, so what's our topic? What's our group topic? And they told me that it is, you can tell how smart people are by what they laugh at. The first thing that I felt when I heard was this, and this one is for you, Anupam sir.
गोलमाल है भाई सब गोलमाल है.
Although we may not believe that we are the cream of the country, however, do not underestimate us. So we decided to ask other people, the smart ones around us, what they felt about the topic. And then, when we saw them look at us with deadpan faces and blank eyes, we knew that internally they were thinking this.
क्या मतलब? क्या मतलब? क्या मतलब?
So the point really is, what do I say? So an intelligent person said, when everything else fails, Bollywood is the way. So Bollywood has been the pioneer of laughter, promoting laughter since 1913. It has evolved over the years to give us differing genres of comic roles and comedies. But why laughter? Has the fuzzy feeling of red-pink love failed and dried up? Well, the simple answer is that what we laugh at most is what we remember the most. In other words, in our MBA language word, we can say that what sells is experiences and laughter sells experiences. Taking a step forward, I believe that selling experiences or experiences is directly related to the level of smartness. So what is smartness really? According to Google, smartness is intelligence which is manifested by quick and witty thinking. Okay, I know, pure gibberish. So let's see what smartness really is.
अब आ रहे हो? Get out.
ये है आम जिंदगी.
कहां जा रहे हो? Sit down.
ये है मेंटोस जिंदगी. मेंटोस दिमाग की बत्ती जला दे.
So to put it clearly, smartness is Mentos zindagi. No, it is smartness is jo dimag ki batti jala de. Let me call upon Deepak to continue with this.
Thank you, Meety. So now I'm going to continue the next 3 minutes about some of the basic humor theories, which are, although boring, are very essential for understanding the effect and causes of the humor. So starting out, a woman who goes to a cafe taking her puppy along with her. So she puts the puppy on a stool and she sits next to it. And the waiter comes around saying, hey, that's the most disgusting, ugliest thing I have ever seen, ugliest pig I've ever seen. And then the lady replies back saying that, it's not a pig, it's a puppy. And then the lady replies back, the waiter replies back saying that, I'm not speaking to you, I'm speaking with the puppy, and laughs. So what was the reason behind this, rationale behind what the behavior the worker portrayed? So the waiter always looks down on whatever he laughs at, so he judges that it is inferior by some standard. So in this case, it might be the ugliness or the physical appearance of the lady which made this. So and the most general idea is that the person laughs at misfortunes of other people because these misfortunes assert the person's superiority on the shortcomings of others. And this is the superiority theory of humor, which is given by Aristotle. The miser, glutton, or drunkard are all the stock features of humor. Later, going to the incongruity theory, which is given by Bergson, he states that humor happens when there's an incongruity or mismatch between what we expect and what actually happens. So when we laugh, when we are surprised when things are out of place or out of order. So there were two hunters who went to the jungle to hunt, and suddenly one of them collapses. He doesn't seem to be moving or breathing. His eyes are glazed, and then suddenly the other guy pulls his mobile phone, and calls the emergency services. And he, in panic, asks, "My friend is dead. What can I do now?" And then the emergency services, the operator replies back saying that, "Be calm. I can help you out, and let's make sure whether he's dead or not." And then this guy, in panic, there's a shot heard, and then he comes back saying, "Hello, yeah, I'm done. What to do next?" So this shows that a situation where it's not just because of the incongruency, but because they realize that the incongruity can be resolved or interpreted in a different way. This is what causes laughter in this case. So once take a look at this video, and then we can speak about the business perspective of it.
Will anyone else be joining you this evening, madam?
No.
Very well. Enjoy.
Volkswagen, das Auto.
So here, in the same way, a joke is created in a situation and cleverly constructed, the punchline, which causes the listener to reconsider what is just thought of. So in this way, we have similar theories, and which are given by many other people. So we can't consider that these are the only theories or these are the only reasons which cause this laughter. There are many other things, and we can't constitute it to a smaller overall. So I would like to ask Piyush to show the impact of age which has on humor.
Thank you, Deepak. I'd like to begin by talking about how age and the various experiences that people have in their life can have affect their sense of humor. Let's begin by seeing this short clip from the sitcom The Office.
Maybe Angela would cheerlead.
Oh, yeah, right.
I'll do it.
Oh, yuck. That's worse than you playing. Because you know what? We need you as an alternate in case somebody gets hurt. That's where we need you. Blessed be those who sit and wait. You made it. Suit up. You're on the team. All right. Go.
So what happens in this clip? The boss, Michael Stacken, is asking for volunteers to act as cheerleaders for a company event. When the heavyset lady volunteers, he makes a joke at her expense, which isn't appreciated by her, but is clearly appreciated by the protagonist. Now, according to research conducted by University of Aachen, on 30 young people, 20 middle-aged people, and 30 old people, they were asked to watch a series of video clips from several sitcoms and asked to rate them on the social appropriateness and whether they find them funny or not. So, what were the results of this research? Older people generally liked an affiliative sense of humor, the sense of humor that kind of brings people closer or close together in funny or awkward situations. So this is because as people age, they experience a variety of different physical and emotional setbacks. This is also due to how people, when they age, are generally accustomed to a gentler kind of wit, which is different from what the younger and middle-aged people like. Now, what do younger people like? Younger people who are in this research like self-deprecating humor. Now, what is self-deprecating humor? Humor that is at their own expense. Now, these people rated very high the clips which they watched of sitcoms like Two and a Half Men, which feature self-deprecating humor. Now, what about the middle-aged people? The middle-aged people generally like clips in which there was humor involved at others' expense, like the one which we saw right now. So now humor has a psychological idea of benign violation. Situations that are mostly wrong, but still a bit right. If something is too banal, it won't be funny. Go too far though, and you might just offend someone. Now I would like to hand over to Manjusha to continue the presentation.
My grandfather was 65 when he started running. Yeah, unbelievable. But he's 68 now and we have no idea where he is. So people who laughed, do you call yourself smart? But what if I get down now and start tickling you? You'll still laugh. But would you still call yourself smart just because I tickled you? Then imagine you're camping in a jungle at the night and you hear somebody laughing. But you know that you're the only people there in the jungle. And what if somebody tells you that it's the hyenas laughing? Hyenas laugh, that's the joke. But hyenas also laugh. Then say you're a bunch of 15 people sitting in a restaurant. Then there was some joke in the classroom early in the day and you're goofing about it, laughing. But then there are older people sitting in the restaurant, they call you dumb because they have no idea what you're laughing about. But you know you're a smart people. So you guys know about this novel called Tragedy and Comedy by Shakespeare, right? Comedy of Errors. Do you know or you don't know? Come on, you're smart people, so you should know. So what is the basic crux of that novel? It says that comedy is derived out of tragedy. In fact, that was the basic premise of every Johnny Liver joke ever. That's why most people could actually relate to it. I think you can relate to this point to yourself. If you see somebody setting the foot on a banana peel, falling down, you laugh. Does not mean you're smart. It's just that you're insensitive. So, coming on to something very serious, there was this professor in University of Maryland. So he's given the credit of coming up with a comprehensive study on laughter, which for 2,000 years, no human could do. So he has given various theories and various excerpts. So I took one excerpt, which we can all relate to. It's about canned laughter. So you know about the laughter track that plays in the sitcoms, right? So here's this thing that you could try. Go home now, go back to your room, and play Big Bang Theory on a laptop. But here's the catch. Don't mute it. Just read the subtitles. I'm pretty sure that none of you would laugh at most of the jokes. See, that is where Robert Provine says that people are trying to make you smart, look cool, because Big Bang Theory, it's about science, so you should know about it. But doesn't mean you're smart. Then, for example, the same thing can be applied to Jim Carrey. Mute it, watch him. When you watch him do all the antics on the stage, you'll still laugh. Doesn't mean you're smart. It means something else. So, there are other things as well. So, you know Jon Stewart, he does political satire. So, people who connect with politics, they can get his jokes, they laugh. But what if you like Bill Burr the most? Because he does anti-feminist jokes, anti-Steve Jobs joke. What if you connect with him and not Jon Stewart? Does that mean you're smart or dumb? So the same thing goes with Hasan Minhaj. Hasan Minhaj came up with this White House Correspondents' Dinner, if you have guys have watched it. So everybody knows about Trump and Trump jokes. But half of India couldn't relate to the jokes that he made on Trump administration as well. I finally hand it over to Abhimanyu to clear this ambiguity that we have whether people are smart or not smart.
I'll begin with a real life experience which I had. I was in class 9th and I went to saw a movie with my parents. It was not a smartest move. The movie was Chini Kam. So in one of the scenes, Amitabh Bachchan goes to a chemist shop and he's very shy asking about a product. The chemist understood and he shouted loudly and said, "Are chacha ko condom dena." I was in class 9th. This was the only kind of humor I enjoyed. I started laughing. And my parents, their eyes grew wider and wider. I couldn't stop. And the fact is, from surprise to anger to complete disappointment, suddenly I was their second favorite child. So my point is, this is my personal experience, right? Can we relate something similar on a complete society, on a strata level? It's difficult. So we decided to brainstorm and we came up with a model. We have all heard about the motivation theory and the X and Y model, X and Y theory, right? So it's a motivation theory, but we are going to use only the demographics of theory X and theory Y. As we all know, theory X and theory Y is based upon Maslow's need of hierarchy, right? So what are the demographics of theory X? Theory X constitutes tier 3, tier 4 people, worker class, labor class, who do not have a lot of ambition, right? For them, the consumption of humor usually comes through Bollywood masala movies. For example, Masti Zade or a Great Grand Masti, a similar kind of, or maybe male comedians dressed as cross-dressers, as in Kapil Sharma show. Hope no Kapil Sharma fans? Good. The fact is, when we talk about the theory Y, the demographic is very different. They are people who are highly sophisticated, very polished, and the jokes they enjoy have a very niche communication channel. It may be comedy clubs, it may be YouTube channels, it may be comedians, stand-up comedy. So, since the communication channel has changed, the great deal in the past couple of years, the way we have moved from theory X to theory Y, the way the demographic has moved from theory X to theory Y is quite visible. Quoting Bob Dylan, the times, they are changing. A joke has two parts. The first is a setup, second is a punchline. The more you could relate to the setup, the more you can understand the joke, the more you can get the context of the joke, the sweeter is the punchline. The point we are trying to make is, as we are moving towards theory Y kind of demographic, we are moving towards a more polished kind of humor. But does it mean that smart people who laugh at other people who laugh at polished joke are smart people? There are multiple theories detailing how smart a person is. The way he walks, the way he talks, the way he communicates his ideas. Maybe the idea that a person's choice of humor dictates his smartness is not yet mainstream. Somewhere down the line, we will have an MC class on it, we'll have an OB class on it, and we'll have multiple models defining laughter and smartness and their correlation. Till then, we like to wait and we like to see. Thank you.